Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Welcome to English Forum Day 2022. Thank you very much to attending this forum. Our topic today is about heritage preservation. Before we start our forum, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Asma Arisa as your moderator for today. Our panel is Miss Alia Nufarisha, Miss Nurul Afika, and Miss Nur Faiza. Okay, let's restart our forum. Today we will talk about Malaysian National Monument, which is a historical monument. Why do we need to preserve a place or monument like this national monument? Because national heritage can instill a patriotic spirit in the hearts of the current generation. When the younger generation feels the spirit of struggle of the country's heroes in defending their beloved homeland, this spirit will emerge on its own. Furthermore, the importance of preserving national heritage is to serve as a tourist attraction for both domestic and international visitors. The relics of colonial materials have used tourists' heart to see for themselves the uniqueness of the ancient society creation. One of the main reasons why the tourist industry is so active in contributing to the country's economic growth is its national heritage. Even more importantly, we can recall significant events in our country history. How do we safeguard our country cultural heritage? The government can encourage the public to place advertisement or poster on buildings and public transportation to promote our country's art and culture. Furthermore, we can hold a celebration by asking guests to dress in traditional attire such as batik cloth, baju Melayu, songket, capai, tanjak, and others. This can be both interesting and entertaining. It's similar to a cosplay party in the 21st century. In Malaysia, the government can also hold cultural heritage related activities such as a competition. For example, the government could organize competition to play traditional games, beauty queen competition among Malaysian various races, and so on. The public will then be interested in following the government-sponsored competition. As a result, Malaysian cultural heritage will not be forgotten and will be passed down to future generations. We can preserve our country cultural heritage in this way. So, I want to ask Miss Faiza, what are the steps taken to protect the place or monument?
Steps taken to protect national monuments are through special government allocation. The government needs to allocate a budget of fund in the national budget to upgrade historic buildings so that they can attract outsiders to come and visit. Not only that, we should step to protect the monument can also be done by the school or university through study tour activities. This is said to be so because the program is the program of visiting historical location brings many visitors, and at the same time, the entrance fee collected can be used to preserve national monuments.
What about how long does it take to preserve the place or monument?
Preserving the national monuments took 56 years because the monument was complete on December 8, 1966. The national monument was built in honor of the 11th soldier who fell in the First, Second, and Emergency World Wars. Not only that, this national monument symbolizes the victory of the people of Malaya against communist terrorists and also the victories of the people's trust in the country. Therefore, these national monuments takes a long time to unveil because it is a symbol of national heritage. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Faiza, for answering my question. We move on to Miss Afika. What are the objects preserved in a local museum? Thank you, Miss Moderator, for the great question. The monument that we talk about is a national monument. What are the objects preserved in the national monument? For sure, it's national monument. The national monument is a sculpture that commemorates those who died in Malaysia's struggle for freedom, principally against the Japanese occupation during World War II and the Malayan Emergency, which lasted from 1948 until 1960. It is located in the federal capital, Kuala Lumpur. The Malaysia House of Parliament is situated near the monument. Other than that is the cenotaph near the National Monument, whereas the predecessor of the National Monument is an interwar era cenotaph originally erected by the colonial British administration on a 10-meter flat grass-covered ground on a roundabout address Victoria Avenue, whereas now part of Jalan Sultan Hishamuddin and Raja Road. It's close to the Kuala Lumpur railway station and railway administration building. And other than that, national monument by the concept of national monument was moved by Malaysia's first Prime Minister by Tunku Abdul Rahman, who was inspired by the Marine Corps War Memorial during his visit to the United States in October 1960, before personally meeting Felix de Weldon for a favor to design the monument. Malaysia's Tugu Negara as national monument. He also designed the Iwo Jima Memorial, located at Arlington, Washington. The Felix de Weldon, who is the design that monument. I think that's all. I answered the moderator questions. Thank you. All right. How do we educate our children on heritage preservation? Good question, Miss Moderator. In the multicultural and diverse world that we live in today, learning about our culture and heritage seems to be more essential than ever. As parents, what can we do to guide our kids to help them learn to appreciate culture and heritage is at first is we start at young age, like the Donald Walker say, if you don't start them young, they have no roots. So, children begin learn and processing simple information as young as the age of 2, and most children begin learning to read by 6 or 7 years old. As they develop the ability to listen and read, we can expose them to story and book that embrace different culture, traditional, and diversity in Malaysia and around the world. Some of such children's books include The Kampung Boy by Lat, A Children's History of Malaysia Tunku Halim, atau Amazing Sarung by Lim Yar Har. And other than that is children can learn which food, whereas food has the extraordinary ability to connect people regardless of background or age. Most cultures usually have a specific type of food unique to them. Let's be honest, who doesn't love food? Bring your little one on a mama food culture tour around Malaysia. Diverse questions as they learn about the origin and history of each dish. Culturally, Malaysia offers culture experience like local food tour and cooking workshop for you and little one to experience how to cook yummy local food. In the and at the end is get craft which our children. Like children learn better when they having fun. Art is so intrinsically interviewed as an integral part of every culture and heritage. Embarking on a craft project together to explore traditional art. So I think I already answered the moderator question. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Afika. Last panel, Miss Alia. How much is the cost to preserve the place or monument?
Thank you, Ms. Arisa, for the question. Promotion is important for things to get known in wide range of community. So, to attract more people visit historical places, there is various ways to promote historical tourism. Firstly, we can promote it through website. Every local and regional tourism office has their own website or portal. Some are more in-depth than others, but they usually have listing for the same categories, which is things to do, lodging, food and drink. This is where visitors can find the contact information for specific attractions and business, as well as pictures and descriptions. Most of websites provide event calendars that showcase festivals, performance, events, seminars taking place across the region that make tourists know the site schedule. Secondly, we can also promote historical sites via guides. Most of tourism offices distribute a lot of printed brochures, such as at welcome centers in every airport. Through gorgeous photos and captivating language, guides or brochures paint an overall picture of what a visitor can expect. Many also offer advertisement space if you want to stand out in front of an interested audience. Next, commercials also can be used to promote tourism. Promote through television commercials to both statewide and out-of-state audience, so it easily spread to wide range of community and easily to be well known because commercials are easily can be watched by everyone regardless of age. My last point is historical tourism can also promote by via social media. As we know nowadays a lot of people have their own social media accounts. So events, announcements, media placement and blogs can be shared across social media channels such as through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and others. That's all from me about how to promote historical tourism in Malaysia. I hope I answered the question well. Thank you.
So what about what are the agency involved in heritage preservation in Malaysia?
Thank you, Ms. Arisa, for the question and giving me a second chance to talk. There is a lot of agencies which involved in heritage preservation in Malaysia. For federal level, there is three agencies that are involved in heritage preservation. Firstly is Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. This agency manage and monitor the provisions of national heritage 2005. Secondly is Ministry of Urban Well-being, Housing and Local Government. This agency manage, monitor and protect heritage sites or buildings through the national policies. And the third one is Ministry of Education, which this agency does training and research. For state level has two, which is Federal Town and Country Planning Malaysia, which they make preparation of development guidelines and plan at state level through its state structure plan, while Malacca Museum Corporation protect, promote and preserve Malacca City. While for local level, all local authorities, which is Planning and Building Control Department, they does development control and development planning through its district local plan and special area plan. While Georgetown World Heritage Incorporated, they protect, promote and preserve Georgetown City as a sustainable heritage city through conservation management plan and guidelines. Lastly, for non-government agency, there is two, which is the Heritage of Malaysia Trust. They lead the National Heritage NGO addressing heritage issues and promote conservation-friendly environment in Malaysia, while International Committee on Monument and Sites Malaysia, they are an international network of professionals which is involved in conservation of heritage and intangible heritage. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all panelists for asking the question. Alright, that's it for today, and thank you because all of you spent your time for listening this forum. I, as a moderator, want to apologize if I have made a mistake during this forum. Alright, that's all. Thank you and assalamualaikum. Bye everyone.